great being at a drive-in watching Super Flick and eating all this great food.
This flick is making me hungry.
It makes me want to flick my bick.
We should have gone to the drive-in where we could eat and flick to our heart's content.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Well, come on then. I'm gonna have a pizza and popcorn and ice cream.
And I'm gonna have a burger with fries and a soft drink. Yum, yum, yum. This was a great idea.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us, and we extend a cordial welcome to you. We've lined up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on our giant screen with the new, colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading about. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome. It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now. Sparkling soft drinks. Steaming hot coffee. Steamed or grilled hot dogs. Crispy hot fresh French fries. How about a pizza? None better anywhere.
sneaking out to the drive-in? Why not take the kiddies along and save the expense of a sitter? Everyone enjoys the drive-in.
Our new Cutlass now.
Sure handles easy.
Drive happy, Cutlass can make you a little drive happy.
I forgot to get the newspaper.
Glad we ordered these swivel bucket seats.
Yeah, in case I get to drive someday.
The Cutlass S, Oldsmobile's sporty fastback at a price that's less than you might think to help make you really drive happy.
Drive happy.
Can I drive now?
Take a good look at Clyde Garfield's Cadillac and Oldsmobile dealership, and then take a drive in a new Oldsmobile, Cadillac, or one of the fine used cars, serviced by Clyde's 21 factory-trained personnel and expert craftsmen. Cadillac and Oldsmobile means the very best in automobiles, and Clyde Garfield is the best in dealership and service. Clyde Garfield's Cadillac and Oldsmobile, New England Automobile Village, Route 3, New Hampshire.
You're invited to stop in at Nashua's own McDonald's on Route 101A. You'll find McDonald's high quality, fast service, and reasonable prices. Also, visit McDonald's at the Drum Hill shopping area in Chelmsford. Treat yourself and the family at McDonald's soon.
Saturday Supercade.
We haven't taken
There! It's fucking working now. There!
Hello.
Jesus fucking Christ! OBS decided speakers didn't exist for some reason. It's a fucking shit show. This whole thing's a fucking shit show. Why does anybody watch? Really? Why do you?
Maybe this is why. Maybe they like when it goes wrong. Nobody wants anything that's always polished all the time. Boring. Bring the chaos! Okay, I've not got the screen on, I can already tell you're glaring at me.
I'm not even glaring. I'm not glaring. I'm very tired.
Thank you, Rudy, for letting us know. Otherwise,
I'm tired of shit going wrong.
Yeah.
Just.
Okay. It's okay.
Let's just get on with it.
Yeah.
Let's just get on with it.
Okay, yeah, Rudy can't hear us now because he...
Hi everyone, over here another portal. This open grave has our name on it. Blah 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 blah. Let's get on with it.
How are you, Rudy? How's it going? We're well. So yeah, basically the bit you couldn't hear is Aaron and I saying basically we tried playing this again together, it wasn't working. So maybe next week it'll be something different. We haven't decided yet. You haven't got your sword yet, so you can't do the spinny jump. Oh, there you go. I just checked in with Dalton. He's making dinner, so he can't join.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, yeah, well, you can hear Aaron's stress. I'm not bad. It was my birthday this week, so I had the family round. Which is always fun, except... I love my mother, I really do, but she also has a habit of, like, not reading the room and talking when other people are, and it's like, okay, you are allowed to be quiet now and again. So, yeah. But yeah, no, I got some good stuff, and a confusing thing. So for those of you who don't know, which is probably, I don't know, actually, some of you do watch my channel, which if you do, thank you. But I basically have long straight hair. It is very straight. I do not do anything to it, it is just straight. Mother decided to get me a curling iron thing. The only way of getting through this place is... So I missed it. We're fighting our way through. There you go. With guts and tenacity and... Oh, she's got a new weapon. Are we whipping it, dear?
It's equipped.
Good. No, whip. Whip it good.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. It's like it just attaches, but it just follows me around.
Maybe you're supposed to take the skull somewhere. Or gather them up. Like with the scale puzzles. Alright. Ah. There you go. It should come in handy. We got a swinging puzzle. Yay. So yeah, I'm officially leaning into the late side of mid to late 40s now. So yay! But that's okay.
Yeah. It's just...
Yeah, you get the hang of it now.
Yeah.
Actually, I like that you got different things and not just the sword. Hi, Catherine. How you doing?
Hi, Catherine.
We had a small technical difficulty, but we're good now. And Morticia now has a spider web whip thing, which is fun. Catherine, I'm doing alright. Just having lunch. Oh, excellent. What are you having for lunch? I had a Chinese curry for my... First you make it dizzy, then you back bitch slap it. Oh, I got warning.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Ah! You take them to her final resting place. Hey Mr. E, you're not that late at all. We've really not long started. You're doing very well today. So can you whip mid-air in case you don't fall down on that? Catch yourself. No, just something to ponder. There we go. Oh, that's better. Oh dear, hang on a second. All messages. Alright, I didn't miss anything. So now we have a couple of people in the chat. I would like to put a "Am I the Arsehole?" forward to the group.
Sure, go ahead.
So, as I said, it was my birthday on Thursday, and as a gift, my dad got me a box of chocolates, which was very nice. And then my sister was like, "Oh, you're not opening," because I basically put them on top of the sofa to put them out of the way. And then my sister was like, "Oh, you're not sharing," and then she basically accused me of being selfish for not immediately opening my birthday present. And yeah, so like, am I the arsehole for maybe not necessarily wanting to share my the chocolates I got as a gift and enjoying them on myself later? She basically called me selfish because I wasn't offering, but I thought it was selfish that she was assuming.
Okay.
Oh, nice, trebuchet.
Yep, apparently.
Catherine, no, it's your gift. Thank you, Catherine. Other thoughts are welcome. Including yours, Erin.
No.
Mm. No, not the arsehole.
Nope.
Cool, thank you. The thing is, I'm only like that around her because, well, she was a bit of a git as a kid. She's my younger sister. And I thought it was going to do that. Yeah, so she's like, you know, we got a set of earrings for one Christmas, and I didn't have my ears pierced at the time. But she took them and got me into trouble saying, "Oh no, they're mine." Like, she nicked my earrings, convinced my parents they were hers, and then nicked mine. So, yeah, and it's like a couple of different things. It's like response to her, you know. Admittedly, she was a child for most part of it, but yeah, like, I'm not. Otherwise, I'm quite generous. I'm happy to share. It's just, it's kind of the presumption of it. But actually, a more recent example, when she was an adult, I won a bottle of wine. Not even anything fancy, but I won a bottle of wine at a raffle. And so that was the night before. I was staying the night. I had dinner at her house, and she and her husband were like, "Oh, this is nice. This would go with some wine. Oh, Michelle's got a wine that'll be quite nice." And so they were like, "Oh yeah, but I didn't put it in the fridge." "Oh, don't worry, I already put it in the fridge for." And I'm like, "Well, you didn't." She's like, "Ever heard of sharing?" I'm like, "Ever heard of asking?" Like seriously, if she or her husband had asked me earlier on the day, said, "Oh, this is what we're having for dinner. We think your wine will go quite nice with it. How about it?" I'd probably been like, "Yeah," because I'm not actually a big fan of wine. And I'll be, "Yeah, that's fine." It's the fact. It was the presumption. It was the no. We'll just you got a JC thing.
I know.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like that was the kind of thing. She's like, if she'd asked, I'd be like, "Of course." But she didn't ask, she just assumed. And then she wonders why I can be selfish sometimes. No, only when it's to do with you, sister. Again, don't get me wrong, I love her, but yeah, no. So how are your siblings?
They're fine.
That's good to know. I meant as a general inquiry, but I'm glad your sisters are good. So yeah, that's been my family. They're, like I said, most of the time they're fine. That's great. He just gets on with it. But I do really try to be a generous soul, which I'm sure Aaron can attest to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you enjoying your lunch, Catherine? Sorry. I forgot to ask. Well, I should ask now. Is it always Catherine, or do you like short forms?
She says I usually go by Catherine.
That's fine. Then I will stick to Catherine. Woohoo! Oh, fun. They do not want to line up. That'll work.
Your phone buzzes very loudly.
It does. I kind of got used to it. I did show my sister my dingbot. She thought it was cute.
Cool.
Oh. Maybe I have to go back down again. Oh, yeah. So I watched Oppenheimer yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Good! It is actually good. I mean, obviously it's good, but you know.
I saw Argyle. That's fun.
You did? That does look fun. If you haven't heard of Argyle, do check out the trailer because it looks amazing.
If you like the Kingsman movies, you'll like this most likely.
Yeah. Crumbling platforms always used to stress me out in games as a kid. That's from Catherine. And Mr. E, worst best movie of 2023 in your opinions? I don't know. I didn't see as many as I should have last year. And, you know, I don't really have a...
I don't really do that.
Just out my head.
I just go see movies that I like, and
Or
I don't really
really-
I don't really quantify things like that.
Yeah. Catherine, I need to watch the other Best Picture nominees. I think I've only seen Barbie. I'm not sure what the other nominees are, to be fair, so... But yeah.
American
Just
Fiction
like
is
that-
one of them, and yes, you should see American Fiction.
Yep. It's on my list. But yeah, Dad was saying about it being, I've tried 2 or 3 times. Very confusing. And it is non-linear at the beginning. There are parts of it where it's like, you've got one story happening, like, in this era, and then that's talking about an events that are happening in this era. But the majority is Oppenheimer from, like, college right through to Trinity and all that stuff. So the bulk of the film is linear, but it does jump around to the other time periods. But it just stick with it. It makes sense. So, but Dad's always had an issue with non-linear storytelling, so it's fine. He's got talents and skills in other areas.
I don't really need more of these, so...
Yeah. Unless there's a thing for 100%ing all the coins, but... Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. How are you?
Oh, great crossbows now.
Sorry.
Oh no, doing fine.
Yeah.
No, doing fine.
Yeah. We were just talking about films to watch. I watched Oppenheimer yesterday.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It's good. Have you not seen it yet?
No, I have not.
It is good. I was just saying that my dad was talking about it when I saw him Thursday for my birthday, and he was like, "I can't get into it because it's non-linear because it's all in flashbacks." And I'm like, "It's a Chris Nolan film." Cool. But it is very, very good. Like all the things you've heard about the acting and like the presentation and the everything is good. It is true. Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, one thing I can say about Christopher Nolan is that he does know how to make a movie. He knows he is a very good filmmaker. I will contend that much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think the only other ones I've seen are like the first 2 Christian Bale Batmans. I haven't seen Inception yet, and I'm not sure what else it is. So.
I believe he directed Memento, and correct me if I'm wrong. He also directed Insomnia, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Insomnia is really good.
Oh yeah.
So those 2 I have heard of. I think I've probably got them in my collection somewhere. Definitely got Memento. But so no, I haven't watched those yet. So yeah, I guess it's just like the first 2 Batmans and this. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Long. It is long.
Well, Insomnia was part of that weird Robin Williams trilogy of where he was just completely off the rails and
the bad guy.
He was the bad guy.
Wait a minute, trilogy? Hang on. There's Insomnia and there's 1 Hour Photo. What's the other one?
Death to Smoochie.
Ah, yes. Well, he wasn't really the bad guy in Death. He was for like half of Death to Smoochie.
Yeah, he was kind of a semi-antagonist, but I mean, of those 3 films, I would say Insomnia is probably the better film of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Though he killed it in all of them.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I haven't seen them. Sorry, just catching up the chat. Catherine, glad Nimona nominated, to be honest. Oh, Nimona is fantastic. That's a really fun film. Rudy, the only movie I'm right.
Rooting, I think I think he got autocorrect. Got him on that one.
Yeah, he's rooting for Spider-Verse 3. I think you made 2. Verse 3 isn't out yet.
Oh shit! Hang on. Shit. Oh god. Auto scroll. Great. Thank you. This really is not helpful.
Oh, it's just a token game.
Yeah, it's also fucking auto scroll.
Those are always fun.
Catherine hasn't seen Spider-Verse 2 yet, and she's heard of Death to Smoochie.
Death to Smoochie is actually really fun. It's a very black comedy, but it's funny as hell.
Yeah, it's a
Danny DeVito. It's a Danny DeVito directed movie.
Oh, okay.
And he does primarily black comedies. So
yeah, it is a very dark satire on the world of children's entertainment.
At the time.
Excellent. Yeah. But yeah, Mr. E was asking your best, worst films from last year. Aaron and I don't really have an answer, but if you have an answer, feel free, Jeff.
Well, let me take a look at...
Yeah, you go ahead. Sorry. I was going to say, I did think of the worst one if we're going by, stuff.
Yeah.
I tried watching Amsterdam. I stepped out of Amsterdam for 5 minutes to use the bathroom. When I got back, I had no idea what was going on.
Yeesh.
Yeah. And the movie up to that point had literally had 3 characters saying the exact same thing in sequence with slightly different wording. And I was like, okay, I don't know what this guy's doing, but no.
Also, I've seen that as a challenge accepted. I haven't watched Amsterdam yet, but I'm determined to watch it now.
As far as the worst movies I've seen, I'll talk about the best ones first. I put a top 10 list on my Letterboxd, and they're in no particular order, but it's Scream 6, John Wick Chapter 4, Across the Spider-Verse, Polite Society, A Haunting in Venice, Infinity Pool, Evil Dead Rise, Godzilla -1, Barbie, and Asteroid City.
I haven't seen Asteroid City. I meant to. I actually haven't seen any of. I don't think I've seen any of Wes Anderson's movies. Honestly.
Honestly, I've seen a couple. I've seen Fantastic Mr. Fox. The French.
You guys vamp for a second. I've got to take this call. It's my dad.
All right. Oh yeah, carry on, Jeff.
Hello.
No, I saw.
I'm live streaming.
No, I saw. Shit. What was it? The French Dispatch, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Fantastic Mr. Fox, I think, is my favorite Wes Anderson flick.
Cool.
But I haven't seen much of the other ones.
The only one I've seen is Moonrise Kingdom that I know of, definitely.
Let's see. Polite Society surprised me with how good it was.
Cool. Sorry, Catherine. I keep forgetting Danny DeVito is also director, but I think the only one I've seen is Matilda. Yeah, I think that's the other thing. You okay? Oh, no. Have you seen the logo for Hedgehog 3 from Rudy? Yes, it's very cool. Catherine is excited for Sonic Hedgehog 3. Mr. E, as for me, worst Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I mean, what we expecting from it? And best Across the Spider-Verse. I mean, yes.
Well, as far as worst go, I'd probably say The Flash. But that's just me.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
God.
Are we back?
Alright, I'm back.
Everything good? You alright?
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, cool. So no family emergency you need to rush off for, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Where were we?
Best worst. Mr. E actually saw Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, so we'll fool him.
I have no interest in that.
No.
Yep.
Catherine, getting more movies on physical media. Got a lot of anime on Blu-ray during Christmas, and got Knives Out yesterday. Oh, Knives Out is a good one.
Oh, Knives Out's a great flick.
Rudy, I hope they show this the trailer for Sonic 3 at the Superb Owl. Quite possibly there. He didn't write that, but I know there are rules on YouTube, so.
I don't know if they're going to have the trailer for that. I know they're going to have the teaser trailer for Deadpool 3 for the Superb Owl. For the Super Bowel.
Yeah. Catherine's avoided the Flash, and Mr. E face palming because he got Spider-Verse mixed up.
As well she should. Mm-hmm. The Flash was just a big pile of nothing.
Yeah, I've seen like breakdown reviews of it. I'm like,
Michael Keaton is literally the only person who looks like he's having any fun at all in this movie.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I mean, honestly, him and Sasha Callie, however you say her name, as Supergirl. I mean, honestly, those were the best parts of the movie. I just could not stand Ezra Miller.
Let me ask you something, Jeff. Let me ask you your opinion. Were they trying to just kind of imply that their version of Barry Allen was neurodivergent in some way, or was that just me?
It's entirely possible. It is entirely possible that he was coded as neurodivergent.
Because it's just like, I'm like, this seems like either a very weird character choice by Ezra Miller, or somebody's trying to be inclusive and failing miserably at it.
The thing is, I don't know if they're trying. I don't know if they're trying to use the excuse of Barry's powers, causing him to think differently than other people, or I don't know. But it's in any case, it just didn't work.
Nope.
I mean, I can see an argument without having seen it, or being confirmed neurodivergent myself. I can see if you are capable of moving and doing stuff at a different speed, that could potentially affect the way you think and how you think and like puzzle solving or whatever. But that doesn't necessarily code to ASD. So, I don't know. Interesting thought though. Without having seen the film, obviously.
Doesn't matter. It was just a bunch of slog that didn't mean a goddamn thing. I was just like,
and
it's like because it had been in development hell for so long. The script was shit. Nobody involved really seemed to want to make it. It's just like it's like it is sunk cost fallacy. The movie. It's like at that point, nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted to do it, and it's just like.
And that's not even getting into Ezra Miller playing GTO, the home game.
GTA, you mean?
GTA, the home game. Yeah.
I was wondering. Mr. E, good. Save yourselves from the pain of watching Blood and Honey in its upcoming sequel. Catherine, oh god, there's a sequel? They made enough money to justify one?
It was made for dirt cheap, and...
That's the thing about horror films. Horror films can be made dirt cheap, and you can get a whole bunch of money out of them.
And if you can stoke outrage to get people to watch it, there you go.
I mean, it's not always a bad thing. It's how we got Sam Raimi. So.
That's true.
And Peter Jackson. So yeah. Rudy, so speaking of the Superb Owl, who do you think is going to win? My money's on the 49ers. I have no interest.
Me either. I don't even know who the fuck is playing, so...
I know
Chiefs and Niners.
It's like, I know who's playing, and quite frankly, as the closest thing to a sports person here, I'd say I do not care.
So it's the 49ers and who?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, that's a game I have. Even with my own passing from, bare familiarity with football, it's like, yeah, even hardcore football fans I know would be like, yeah, that's a game I don't give a crap about.
Well, apparently it's a rerun of 2020, so.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Oh shit! And that was one of the worst games ever. That was one. I remember watching that game. That was one of the worst games ever. It was like, basically, it was interesting up until halftime, and then like the 49ers just creamed Kansas City, or the other way around. Mm-hmm. Either way, the second half of the game was just so fucking boring because nobody could get a fucking break. It was like not even interesting. It was just like they ran away with it in the third quarter. It was like, do we even bother watching the fourth quarter? There's no way they're coming back from this.
Yeah. Hippo Taco Hippo Burritos channel says hi.
Hello, welcome.
So welcome Hippo Tacos if you are an actual person. Catherine, that explains why a lot of the films that were made in my final college course were horror short films.
Yep.
I don't understand how football works at all.
I mean, the long and short of it is guys in pads beat each other up over an oblonged, air-inflated pigskin. Yeah. Okay, there you go. You could also probably call it American rugby.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Although I'm not obviously versed in this, but I believe there would be like some differences in role play and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay, that was funny.
What? I've been doing it through the last couple of levels. That same move.
No. The first time I looked at it, I've been keeping on the chat as well. Yeah, for me, football is men in shorts running around after a round ball, so.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just getting into the weeds.
Yeah, now we're just getting into semantics, while Aaron's up to some actual antics.
I'd say boo and go away, but we like having you here. Aaron's found a boss battle. Can you pull his head off? Is that the strike there? Or... Hey, there you go.
Got your nose and your head.
And your jaw and your... Are you supposed to take it to where those lights are?
Probably.
Now. Mr. E, thank goodness that Blood and Honey got nominated for several Razzies, including Worst Picture. I mean...
The Razzies mean about as much as the Oscars at this point.
Pretty much.
Which is not a goddamn thing.
And Catherine to Mr. E, I'm surprised that Flash wasn't nominated for Worst Picture. But on the Superb Al thing, the only reason I know as much as I do is because of the whole Taylor Swift conspiracy shit that's going around, and that's just hilarious.
Oh Jesus! Oh God! The damn conspiracy theories. It was like Taylor Swift is a CIA psyop.
Oh, you saw that, Sturris, and
you remember when conspiracy theories used to be silly and stupid and fun?
Yeah.
That's what I said earlier on the in one of the chats. It's like, Dalton's picked a really interesting time to make conspiracy theories the main area of his study. It's like for him and other psych majors that are interested in this sort of thing, it's a heck of a time.
The only problem is they're getting mainstream attention on actual news networks,
and people are treating them seriously. It's like, no, it's dumb. You should know it's dumb the second it's out of your mouth.
Actual news networks or just Fox?
Well, to be fair, some folks consider Fox News to be an actual news site, considering its audience. But But I see your point.
No, what I mean is it just Fox or the other Alphabet corporations fault on it as well?
I don't think it's as prominent on the other ones as well, as much as it is on right-wing conservative news sites.
Yeah. Well, there's some hope then. Tiny bits. Mr. E, The Flash wasn't that bad. Rudy, have any of you guys seen Willy's Wonderland or Banana Splits movie? Catherine, I saw Erin's review of the Banana Splits movie.
Willy's Wonderland, yes. Banana Splits, no.
I've seen both. Catherine. Willy's Wonderland is good. Banana Splits is good in its own way. You want my full thoughts on it, then go watch the video. Yeah. It's on the channel. It's actually one of my more successful videos, apparently.
Yes. Yes. Watch Aaron's videos. Pluggity plug.
And Catherine, me and my dad saw the DVD for Banana Splits movie, and he was really surprised, as he was a kid when the original Banana Splits was a thing. Yeah, everything comes around again.
Mm-hmm.
Everything old is new again.
Yep.
So, Jeff, you weren't here for the fun conversations we had. Have you seen the Addams Family animated movies that this game's based on?
No, I have not.
They're good. I would recommend. They're on Netflix.
Okay.
Charlize Theron is Tisha, and I can't remember whoever.
Oscar Isaac is Gomez, and they're both really good at it. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, they would both make really good live action Morticia and Gomez's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see Pedro Pascal as Gomez.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he'd be a good choice too. I'm still waiting for my Oscar Isaac Pedro Pascal buddy cop movie.
Oh yeah, we definitely need that. That needs to happen.
Yes. Needs to happen.
Why am I getting Shane Black for that one? Shane Black, sorry.
Shane Black. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Shane Black, written and directed, Oscar Isaac, and
Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
Buddy comedy. Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Let's. We don't necessarily need to have Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling back for a Nice Guys sequel. We could have a different set of Nice Guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Set it in the 80s. A lot of cocaine.
Yeah, set in like say Colombia or Mexico and have them be federales.
Yeah.
Insert Fry waving money around GIF here.
It's just Fry. Shut up and take my money.
Catherine, Pedro Pascal has been playing a lot of father figures recently, hasn't he? Apparently, I've not. To be honest, I know who he is, but I haven't seen everything he's done.
Some people consider him basically just their daddy in a more intimate context.
And then there's just the fact he's the Mandalorian. So
yeah.
And
he's not. They're not wrong. I'm not into the whole daddy thing, but he is a daddy.
I will say this for Pedro Pascal: Wonder Woman 1984 was not great, but he was actually really good as Maxwell Lord. I enjoyed his performance. I enjoyed his performance as Maxwell Lord in Wonder Woman 1984 quite a bit.
1984 yet.
Yeah, he was definitely the best part of the movie.
Cool.
And yes, I can say this as a straight man. He is a very handsome dude.
He is.
Yeah. As our token straight, yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free. So I finally came up to my sister because I told my parents already, and then she's like, "All right, okay." And then she said something that I don't know is based on just her being. She said like, "Oh, She kind of was trying to be dismissive. Well, how do you know if you've never really been with a woman? So, I couldn't really explain in front of my dad because sometimes I think about women doing things to me that make me very happy when I think about them because that's just a weird conversation to have in front of your dad. But she was like, "Oh, I sometimes think women are attractive," and then she's like, and this is why I don't know if it's based or just her, being dismissive or whatever. It's like, "Oh, I think just get rid of sexuality." Like, in what way? Like, I don't really didn't really pull on that one. Like, okay, all right, sure.
Well, to be fair,
To
who really wants to have that conversation with their parents?
Well, the ladies one, yeah, but the getting rid of all such. I think she probably meant labels, like you know, everyone putting labels on themselves. Because oldest.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but human beings have an insatiable need to categorize everything.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, nephew's girlfriend who was staying with them for a while. She was staying there long enough that when the census came round, she had to fill it in. She was a resident, and apparently when oh yeah, I see what you mean. When she filled it in.
Yeah, people do have an over reliance on naming and categorizing.
But yeah, that was how potential niece came out to my sister. It was during the census. Because that question was on there, like, you know, sexuality. Fine. Because like, oh, okay. Right. So yeah. Okay. Sorry, catching up the chat again. Catherine, I think Wonder Woman 84 may have been the first thing I saw Pascal interview, to be honest.
If you saw Kingsman: The Golden Circle, you also saw him in that too. That was the first thing I know I saw him in. So
I haven't seen it yet.
The first thing I saw him in was an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Whoa, this tale was longer than Grandmama's was before our operation.
Yeah, but I bet it doesn't smell as bad as mine. I hate to say we're onto something. Whatever creature this came from must be long extinct, yet the tail seems to be perfectly preserved.
Way better preserved than Grandmama.
Cheeky.
Karamia, do you remember the night we arrived here? We swam in this martial night. We were prunes by the time we got out.
That was quite a lasting effect, wasn't it?
Okay. Haha, that's quite a sharp wit, you little one. You really are your mother's daughter.
The marsh truly is breathtaking this time of night. Be careful, children. I think Jeff's still talking.
Probably.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just catch up the chat. Stay alive. Catherine, no, I don't think so. Oh, categorizing things is a mood. Oh, I remember that. I loved the first Kingsman, but I hated the sequel. Mostly because it did Roxy dirty. I haven't seen the other Kingsman's films yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Pedro Pascal was Whiskey in the second Kingsman movie.
Who was he in Buffy then?
He was basically just like a one-episode character. I think he was a guy who turned into a vampire that Buffy knew, and they had like a fight/therapy session.
I remember that episode. That was a really good episode. It was like conversations with dead people, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because it was also like the other girl that was like because it was after Tara died, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, I think it might have. Yeah, it was something like that. Either that, or it was either after Tara or Joyce died.
Oh, both, I think. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, Joyce died in season 5. Tara died in season 6.
Yeah. Spoilers for like a 20-year-old show, by the way. I don't know. I've definitely seen that. Then that's interesting. Catherine, never watched Buffy. The only time I watched it was at a con where they did a sing-along musical episode. Oh, I bet that was fun. Sing-along at a convention. Because say what you want about Joss, and people have, and rightly so, but dude can write a fun lyric.
Assholes can have talent. We know this.
Yeah, it's true. It's like there's really talented pricks out there.
Also arseholes. But yeah. No, I'll that was interesting. Thank you, Jeff. I'll may have to rewatch that yet. So yeah, that would be the first time I saw Pedro Pascal in anything then.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, to be fair, a lot of those shows, like Buffy, like X-Files, I would say Friends, but I'm more aware of like all the guest stars in Friends. But it's like they are those shows that you go back to as, oh crap, that was that person.
Oh yeah.
Like Ryan Gosling was.
No, go ahead.
I think it was Ryan Gosling. They were one of the Ryans. Because I always forgot. Jack Black was in an early X-Files as well. Well, mid-series X-Files. But yeah, a lot of people. Shia LaBeouf was in one when he was like still a Ben.
Well,
yeah,
the first thing I remember Ryan Gosling being in was Young Hercules.
Wow.
Yep.
I vaguely remember that as a concert, let alone anyone who's in it.
Yeah, it's like I remember that he was in Young Hercules, the Titans.
Yeah, definitely.
That's before he became the heartthrob he is now.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things going back that you're like, oh, that person, cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, one of the first times I saw Owen Wilson was in that remake of The Haunting.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, like, wait, he was also in Anaconda.
Speaking of Jack Black in unusual places, I went out and I was just at the local used DVD store and I bought like a 3-pack that had like all the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies.
Yeah.
Because I'd only ever seen the first one. And I started watching the sequel and Jack Black's in that fucking movie.
Well,
with dreadlocks.
What?
He has dreadlocks in that movie because it's set in like the Bahamas.
Oh right. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, the only thing I've heard about the sequels is that you really should have just watched the first one and be done with it.
Well, here's the thing: the first one, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, is a sequel to the first one. The third one, I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, is basically just a remake with a completely different cast of characters and the same basic premise.
Because I know he was also in one of the Neverending Story sequel.
Yeah, he was he was like in the third Neverending Story sequel.
Because the first Neverending Story is a classic. The first sequel is actually pretty good, and then cute.
I mean, hey, it's got John Wesley Shipp in it,
Yeah. After that, I didn't really bother with them, but by all accounts, it is diminishing returns. Although that might have been the first time I saw Deep Roy in anything and didn't realise it was him. Yeah, Mr. E. I still find it sad that DCEU died an extremely lame death last year with Aquaman 2: Lost Kingdom. Thank you so much, Amber Heard turd.
Let's not. No, we're not having that. We're not having that. We are not having that.
Yeah, let's not talk. Let's not go into that.
And Catherine, I Know What You Did Last Summer was based on the book, right? I don't know. Was it?
Yes, it was. It was based on a book, but the author just was basically this missed the entire point. She had her name taken off of it. It's a fairly famous YA suspense novel written by Lois Duncan. So.
Fair.
Okay.
But like Catherine, I didn't know that, so yay, knowledge. We learned a thing!
I learned a new thing today.
Woo! Or that nil fun thing that Becky posted. Like, I played with the infinite merge thing, but I was looking at some of the other stuff on the site, and there's one of the pages, and I do recommend you all check it out for yourself because it's quite fun. It's neal.fun.
Oh, I see.
And it's got a few different games on it. And one of the things is, let's sort this out. And it's basically a whole bunch of questions, and like you tick your answer, and then everyone else, it'll give you the average of everyone else's answered. So it's things like, what color? Is it GIF or GIF? Is it is the dress blue and black or white and silver or whatever it was? And one of the ones is, and I won't tell you what the internet said, but one of the ones was, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh, Jesus.
But there's quite a few fun questions, and it's about 5 minutes. Go down, tick the box.
It can be whatever you want. If you want Die Hard to be a Christmas movie, it can be a fucking Christmas movie. But if you want one where the answer is unambiguous, watch Violent Night instead.
Yes. Yes, for God's sake.
I haven't seen either film, so I'm not actually going to comment. But it's like it was just like a fun thing that the guy put together. It was like, oh, okay, yeah. The big questions. Just fun. And Catherine, and knowing is half the battle.
Yes, asking the real questions.
I think she meant the learning is the book, but yes.
Yes, you should. Yes, you should watch Violent Night. It is a lot of.
It's a lot of fun. It commits to the bit.
Yes,
it works because everybody is playing everything completely straight and letting the inherent silliness of the premise do all the heavy lifting.
Yep. Yeah. It's not winking to the camera. It's not doing any sort of haha, look at how silly this is, self-referential stuff. It just lets the premise, go hog wild, and that's just the beauty of it.
No, from everything I've been told, it does sound fun. But...
And it helps that both David Harbour and John Leguizamo are really good in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Catherine, I need to watch Violent Night. Ceiling is taking seriously is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you get some of the best bad movies.
That's how you get some good movies, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Committing to the bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we can all tell, for the most part, if... Because you see so many times, like, in stuff, where actors ask, like, oh, how do you know if you got a good thing or a bad thing? And, like, and actors will always, like, try and big up their project and say, oh, yeah, you just get the good vibe and everything. And... you do feel for the actors, like, yeah, you hope they're in a good project, but sometimes they know. Even if they don't say it in interviews, they know. And they just, it's like, yeah, this is daft.
See, for example, Ben Affleck looking sad in every interview he had to do for Batman v Superman.
Yeah. That is the face of a man who realizes he is in dog shit.
It was at this moment he realized he'd fucked up.
I mean, bless Henry Cavill, though.
Henry Cavill got saddled with a bad setup for Superman, and I don't think he was as bad as anybody thinks. It's like, I don't think he was a bad Superman. I just think he got handed a bad scripts. Yeah. I mean, look. Speaking of Argyle, go see him in Argyle. He's great in Argyle. He's in a supporting role, but he's great in Argyle, and he's got another movie coming out later this year based on something legendary. If you know the history of Christopher Lee, the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Mm-hmm. That looks like fun.
Based on a true story. It's a Guy Ritchie film, so, liberties are being taken. But basically, this was essentially the first special ops operation ever in military history. And Christopher Lee was a member of the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and I hope to God he's a character in, not the actor, but, like, Christopher Lee is an actual character in the movie.
Who could play Christopher Lee, though?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Someone
but
with
going,
balls of steel.
not to mention, it's like balls of steel and a voice that could make even straight men go,
That'd be Beecroft's though, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Fair.
But Henry, and I've said this numerous times. Henry Cavill was never the problem with the Snyder Superman movie.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, even case in point, he could get it. He understood what he was trying. He did what he was told to do, which any actor does. You do what the director tells you to do.
Yeah.
That was what they were doing with it. But even like in the theatrical cut of Justice League, there are a few bits in there where there's, jokes and whatnot. And there's a great one that he kills with, ironically enough. There's a scene where basically he and Cyborg attack Steppenwolf, and Steppenwolf throws him into a wall, and his immediate response is, "Okay, I want to be dead again."
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was like after the mother box explosion. And it's like I take it back. I want to die again.
I want to be dead again.
Yeah.
Okay. Catherine, in my humble opinion, the reason I think that Kingdom Hearts is so fun is because it commits to silliness head on. I don't play Kingdom Hearts, but I'm sure Aaron has thoughts on that.
Yeah. It does.
Also, Catherine, I really want to watch the new Superman show. The animated one, it's really good.
Yeah, My Adventures with Superman, really good stuff.
A lot of fun. Rudy, so what Batman movie is the best? Tim Burton or Joel Schumacher? I've only seen Forever.
Neither.
Ones, so I can't.
I hate to say it because everybody says it, but it's true. If we're talking live-action Batman movies, sorry, best one still is and probably will be for a while. The Dark Knight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I realize that's everybody says that, but that's one of those rare occasions where it's perfectly justified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be hard pressed to disagree. Although I will say I really did like the Batman more than I thought I would.
Yeah. I mean, I am a huge Riddler fan, so I was perfectly happy with the Batman. Not overly crazy about the look, but, that was fine. But I was like, yeah, okay, I can get behind this.
Mm-hmm. That's Paul Dano, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Because I saw Looper, I think was one of his earliest works, and Looper's a weird film, but even then I thought, oh, this kid's someone to watch.
I mean, he was also really good in Swiss Army Man.
I haven't watched that yet, to be fair.
It is like one of the most. It is just absolutely absurd, and it's one of those movies where you see how game Daniel Radcliffe is to just get absolutely weird.
Well, why wouldn't he? I mean, basically, it's like he made all the money he's ever going to need when he was, 12. So
yeah.
Plus, his parents invested most of it in real estate, I understand, so...
Yeah, he's pretty much set for life. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, whatever I saw Paul Dano in first, I think it was Looper. I'm like, oh no, watch this kid. This guy's going to go places. I don't always say that about actors at the beginning of their careers. You don't always get that vibe, but he gave me that instant, like, oh yeah, watch this one.
Well, going back to the Batman... Robert Pattinson did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
I mean, I wish they kind of differentiated his Bruce a little bit more, but maybe but if they decide to do a sequel to it, maybe that'll come out a little bit more.
Yeah, because basically the entire premise behind the Batman was the idea is that Bruce learns you're kind of sucking at this. Mm-hmm. Some of the problems that you have, you cannot solve by punching.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do shit as Bruce Wayne to actually affect any meaningful change in this city. What I don't like is I'm sorry. I know everybody praises Colin Farrell as the Penguin, but I'm like, this is not the Penguin, and he's just a mook. He's just another fucking mook. He's Tony Soprano with a fucking pointy nose. That's all the Penguin is in that. And it really annoys the fuck out of me that nobody has yet, actually made an effort to try to do an actual decent version of the Penguin.
Well, not since Danny DeVito's Penguin?
No, not even Danny DeVito. I want an actual comics-accurate Penguin.
Ah, okay.
For whatever that's worth. I'm not talking like we don't need to go full Burgess Meredith with it, but,
yeah,
it would just be nice to get someone... The Penguin is always portrayed as very intellectual and actually quite refined. It's not... He's not a thug. And every time they do it, they want to make him a thug, or they make him just weird. You get... It's like, now it's like that's all anybody thinks. It's like pretty much, oh yeah, we get...
Oh, that's annoying.
We get Colin Firth, or we get Robin Atkins Downs from Gotham. So... And it's just like, no. Can we get... That's not what I want. The Penguin may be a criminal, but he's kind of got that thing where... he's
a gentleman criminal.
He reads. He has smarts. He has brains. He's not a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't talk like this.
Catherine, Christopher Lee was a treasure. Mr. E again. Ever seen Stay Alive? No, I haven't. Catherine, Corey Burton is so good at imitating Christopher Lee that during the Clone Wars prequel movies, Burton had the original done Dooku's lines, but Lee was brought in when they went to theaters. That's cool. But I guess it's like, does he have the look as well? Lee was so impressed by Burton's performance that he wondered why he was coming in at all.
Name recognition.
Yeah. Mr. E, I'm glad that we have director's cut of Justice League. No opinion.
We will eventually speak at length about the entire Snyder trilogy.
We will?
Oh, we will. Well, I will. You probably not.
Well, we'll be coming back one day.
I mean, I've talked about it at length with other people.
No, I'm bringing back. I will be getting back to look up on the screen eventually, but I have decided, much like I did with the 2 versions of Superman 2, I am not devoting 3 episodes to the fucking Snyder movies. I'm doing all 3 in one go. It is not going to be what people think it is. It is not going to be. We're going to spend, however long bitching about how bad the movies are. We're not going to talk. We're just going to talk about them and also talk about how it's been talked to death at this point.
Yeah.
And they have. They have.
Yeah. Good for Mr. E. Good for Robert Pattinson for moving on from the Twilight saga and becoming the Batman. I mean, he's done quite a bit in between times, so
I mean, just The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is probably my favorite role of his.
Cool. Catherine, Colin Firth could actually make a good Penguin for the DH. And she's
I see. Okay, I see. Okay. I see what we're doing here.
Oh, nice. And to be honest, not a fan of Zack Snyder. The only movie of his I really like is the Owl movie he did. And Rudy, do you have any favorite Disney movies? Mine is Encanto and Turning Red. And we're now caught up with chat.
That's a good question, honestly.
Pixar. Mine would have to be Finding Nemo, and more recently, I really like Soul. Soul is a really good vibe.
Soul's good. Soul's good.
I find it like a really good film to watch before bed because it gives a nice kind of chill out.
Oh, well, it's probably because of the "It's All Right" cover by Jean-Baptiste.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends on the era. Like, do I have an actual 100% favorite Disney film? No, I can't say I do. There's a whole bunch I do like. Yeah, Encanto's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
We had a good time watching that. Like classic film. I've got like the films that I grew up with, so like 101 Dalmatians, Cinderella, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Dumbo. They're kind of like my Disney films because they were the ones I had as a kid. I didn't realize how much of my because we had a hokey copy of the Jungle Book, and it wasn't until I got a decent copy on DVD I realized how much had jumped over with the dodgy copy. So I was like, oh wow, that's a whole plot line that was kind of missed out. So then I have affection for those Aristocats. I think actually those Aristocats is probably my favourite, just because it's probably one of the funnier ones of that selection. Like, a one-wheeled haystack is still one of my favourite lines. So yeah, Beauty and the Beast is a good shout, to be fair. Inside Out is a good shout for Pixar. Although, as a kid, Catherine watched Little Mermaid all the time. Little Mermaid is an interesting one for me because that was when it came out. Was like my sister's movie because she's like 3 years younger than me, and that was like the girly kiddie movie that my sister watched because it was supposed to target to her. I rewatched it again as an adult, and damn, that holds up.
Well, I mean, if I had to pick at least one of my favorites, it would probably be Aladdin.
Oh, good shout. Yeah.
Well,
okay. So I'll ask before Mr. E does. What did you think of the remake?
It was okay. Will Smith knew he couldn't, replace Robin Williams, so he did the best he could, and for the most part, I thought he did fine.
The thing is, I will agree with you. I thought it was fun and colourful and all that. The one thing I will say about, because Will Smith is not Robin Williams. What Will Smith is a singer in his own right. Subjectively, because obviously they go for different styles of singing performance. But they didn't let Will Smith do Will Smith style songs. I think that held the film back.
Yeah, I mean, but he did the best he could, and I thought he still did a really good job. So. Oh,
I'm not having a go at him. I'm having a go at him. Try and do a Robin Williams performance in the songs. Like the acting he couldn't touch, but they could have let him do his own singing, like his own style singing.
Didn't Guy Ritchie direct the Aladdin film, or was that someone else?
I don't know. Maybe.
Alexa, who directed the live-action Aladdin movie? Yeah, it was Guy Ritchie. Well done.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Odd pick. Okay.
I mean, could have been worse. Could have been Richard Stanley.
Yeah. Richard Stanley?
Directed the he directed the Nicolas Cage adaptation of The Color Out of Space.
I've not heard of that film.
It's an adaptation of the H.P. Lovecraft story.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I think now you're saying it. I think, I may have heard of that title.
And the thing is, he also was supposed to direct the island of Dr. Moreau, but then there was like a whole thing that went on, and the story behind that movie is supposedly a lot more interesting than the movie that ended up being made.
Yeah, there's a few of those.
Yeah, there's even a documentary. I can't remember what it's called, but you can look up like a Richard Stanley or Dr. Moreau documentary, and they can, and you can find out about it that way.
Cool. So Catherine, so it's amazing how Jodie Benson's voice has not changed at all since '89. She still sounds like she did when she voiced Ariel. Saw the live action Little Mermaid recently. The lady who played Ariel was really good. I'm not worried about it. I'm sure it's good enough. It doesn't really appeal to me. Like looking at the trailers, I'm just like, and maybe it's the uncanny valley on the creatures is kind of like putting me off a little. But if you have fun with it, then good. That's cool.
The thing is,
did you just cheese that level?
No.
Okay.
The thing is, whenever they try to do the photorealistic adaptations, like especially the Lion King, it always falls flat because animals don't emote in the same way that humans do, and
not only that, right now, while we can make photorealistic animals, the way they move, they don't have any weight.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like I said, I saw Argyle yesterday, and one of the big things is that the woman the main character that Bryce Dallas Howard plays has a cat that she pretty much carries with her through most of the movie. Mm-hmm. The cat is played by a live cat when it's safe to be played by a live cat, but for the most part, it's CGI. The cat has no weight to it in those scenes. You're like, this is a cat that is supposed to be like fat, and have weigh at least 10 pounds, and the cat is moving like it doesn't weigh a goddamn thing. And that's a lot of the same problems that I've noticed with CGI animals these days, which is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm actually all for the use of CGI animals. It makes it safer for everybody concerned, But
like you just said, there's no real weight to them.
The technology is getting there, but it is not there yet.
Yeah.
Also, if you're doing The Lion King and you're doing it all with CGI animals, it's an animated film. It is not a live-action Lion King. I'm sorry, it isn't.
That before it came out.
Yeah, I think they tried to market it as a live-action Lion King film. And it's like, no, it's none of these.
You're not fooling anybody.
No, well, fooled enough people to make hundreds of millions of dollars.
Because that's all that they are. That's what I'm saying. It's like, here's the thing. The ones that just ape the movies that have already done, why do that? Give me something that does something different. And you know what? I'm going to say it. I liked Maleficent, and I liked Cruella. I thought they were great.
I haven't seen either one.
Okay, so the two Maleficent films are pretty good. Cruella, I think, is probably one of the best ones there, and everybody's like, "Well, why are we being sympathetic about the dog killing woman?" I'm like, guys, this is not a literal. Okay, it's Cruella, and it is kind of an origin story, but it is not an origin story of the one from the animated film. It isn't. She is more of an anti-hero than anything in this, so. It's like, she does not kill dogs. They make you think she makes people think she's killed dogs, but she hasn't.
Alright, Mr. E, I'm glad that the 2019 Aladdin remake made an effort to explain that you need to be specific with your wishes. That was a fun scene. Especially when the prince is like, so what am I doing now? What's... And then, all from Catherine. I didn't care for the movie as a whole, just really nailed Ariel, to be honest. Okay, I mean, I'm glad she did a good performance. I'm happy for her. Also, the song they gave Prince Eric was really good. They should have just done a pro-shot Lion King musical. I've seen the Lion King live. It is good.
Honestly, if they were going to do a remake of The Lion King, they should have made it closer to the animation style of the time the original, the first one came out. Because that way, at least, the performances could have some visual emotion.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Did that wrong. That's what I need to do.
Yeah. At least Cinderella remake was more of a different take on the fairy tale, to be honest. And not being a musical helped it.
It was alright.
Cinderella.
It was alright.
Never saw it.
It's okay. Its main thing is it's largely forgettable.
Yeah,
and Helena Bonham Carter is just dull. Is just annoying as the fairy godmother.
Yeah. There's literally only one live-action shot in the entirety of Lion King 19. Is that like an establishing shot? Because I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming it's an establishing shot.
Excuse me. Sorry, guys. That was kind of gross. My nose was itching badly. I apologize.
Oh, it's all right.
No, I'm apologizing to anybody who's watching right now. You two, you're stuck with it. I don't give a shit. But
it's okay. Sorry. Yes, Jeff.
Oh, I think it might have been like, because I think they had like some location shots.
Kind of like what they did with Dinosaur. Kind of like what they did with Dinosaur.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% on that, but it wouldn't surprise me if they had like, it's just some location shots where they could do, where they could superimpose the CGI animals. I mean, for those who haven't seen, it's like there's literally a scene where it focuses on a ball of shit.
I mean, to be fair, there was something similar in the animation there. The bug crawling over it.
Oh yeah, the dung beetle.
Yeah. Catherine, the score for Cinderella was really good though. Also, to be honest, most of the my experience with the live action film was the mobile tie-in game they released. I played a lot of that back in 2015, and Mr. E made a comment about Doug Walker's intro skits, but we haven't watched Doug Walker in a long time.
We don't care about Doug Walker around here anymore.
Yeah.
He may have gotten a bunch of us started, but at this point, nope, we do not give one single solitary fuck about Doug Walker or anything involving Channel Awesome anymore.
And I mean, that site for all intents and purposes is dead, so
yeah.
I take small comfort in the fact that Doug is stuck doing the Nostalgia Critic for the rest of his life. Pretty much.
Yep. He is in a hell of his own making.
He's in a hell of his own making. He can't do anything else. He's tried doing other things. He refused to learn anything from the failures of Demo Reel, and that's just the way it is. And here's the thing. Before everything came out, I actually did watch Demo Reel, and yes, it was rough and stupid to begin with, but as it went on, I was like, okay, this actually has some potential. And then, because everybody hated it because of all the negative feedback, they just decided, nope, okay, that was a waste of time. We're going back to the Nostalgia Critic, because we're not making nobody's watching this.
To be honest,
And then all that happened was it just was Demo Reel again, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Demo Reel with a Nostalgia Critic flavoring.
Mm-hmm. And I don't blame them for doing the clipless reviews, because that was the point where YouTube was getting really stupid with Content ID. So, I don't blame them for that. I do blame them for not being funny.
The ones I saw are films that I either didn't care about or had seen already. I thought some of them were fun, I actually quite enjoyed all the background stuff with Barney as well. I thought it seemed cool,
But either way, no, it's like, we're done. It's like, nope, don't care about Doug Walker anymore.
Yep.
The rest of us have moved on, he has not.
Yep.
They're still doing the same lame jokes and calling it satire when it's just bad parody. Or even just an extended reference joke.
Yeah. I've avoided Doug since 2018. Rudy sounds like Human Dog, the same as Disney DreamWorks. And gotta remember how bad Sailor Moon Review was.
Yeah, whatever. That was one of his early ones. Everybody's early work is terrible. My early work is terrible.
Yes, everyone's early work is terrible, no exceptions.
It's good enough to get you started so you can learn what you're doing, but after that, it's just like, nope. Everybody says, don't watch my early shit. My early shit is bad. My early shit is bad. Okay?
I mean, to be fair, fair, you can watch my early shit, and if you won't notice different, I've kept the same book file.
Ah, damn it.
The thing, the main point is that everyone here who's done something with, the online reviewing stuff, at least the ones in our circle, we've more or less evolved,
or at least tried to,
Yeah, we've evolved and refined our reviewing techniques to not just be screamy, shouty, angry person.
I mean, and I got over that really early. It was as far as episode 5 of Into the Idiot Box, I was just like, you know what? I really don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's I can't sustain that kind of negativity, and I can't, It's I'd rather talk about, something else. And I was like, you know what? I don't have to talk about bad shit. I can talk about good shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk about good shit, and I can talk about weird shit, and it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Catherine Goddard, sounds like... So, Mr. E, sounds like Cinema Sins. Was Cinema Sins ever actually good? There was a period where it was kind of okay, but Jeremy kind of got off his own arse a little bit.
What did Catherine say? I'm hidden by a thing. I'm on my phone. It's got the stupid like icon right over part of it. The Sailor Moon one was what?
Post to Obliquely.
No, I thought we were talking about the original one. Oh, no, the top 10 hottest girls. That's the one I'm thinking of. Sorry. I don't think I ever watched that one, so... Anyway.
Oh, dialogue's going past.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Do we really care? No, it's just comments about the fact we found a giant brain. That's... blah, 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 blah.
It's Fester, did you get me... Did you get me what is his name? I was trying to do the Young Frankenstein bit. It's Fester, did you get me the brain of so-and-so?
Abby Normal.
No. Abby, it's I got you. Yeah. Gomez beating the hell out of Fester for getting him an Abby. No, he wouldn't. He'd say, Mazel Tov!
Hans
Thanks,
Delbruck.
Fester!
Hans Delbruck. That's what it is.
Hans Delbruck. Did you get me the brain of Hans Delbruck? No, I got someone else. Who? Abby someone. Abby someone? Abby Normal. Abby Normal?
You're telling...
to tell...
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You're telling me I put the brain, an abnormal brain, into the body of a 7.5 foot long, 18-inch wide
54
gorilla?
54 inch.
54-inch wide gorilla? You genius! You mad genius! It's gonna be so much fun!
Yep.
I haven't seen Young Frankenstein in a long time. I should probably dust it off.
Oh, it's a classic.
Frankenstein!
Yeah.
Here's what fun thing though. Gene Wilder wrote this story, where he and Mel Brooks would actually get into arguments over what should and shouldn't be in the movie, and there was one instance where Mel just lost his shit at Gene completely, and they were at Gene's house, and Mel storms out. And then Gene Wilder wrote in his book, 15 minutes later, he calls me and said, What is the matter with you letting a madman like that in your house? And that was Mel's way of apologizing.
Is that why they never worked on anything again? Is that why they never worked on anything again?
Well, see, here's the thing. If you watch, it's I think it's just because they got busy with other projects. And then by the time they were both available again, Gene Wilder had pretty much retired from movies. Because he was Gene Wilder was pretty much done with movies after Gilda Radner died. So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he started focusing more on theater than he did.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, Gene Wilder was very much an actor, not a comedian. So...
I mean, Yes.
Yes,
but
he
at
was
the same
very
time,
well.
he was
You know what I mean? It's like he is not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comedy was not the forefront of his priorities. Acting
Right.
was the
Yeah.
forefront of his priorities. There's a difference.
Mhm.
There's a difference between a comedic actor and a comedian who acts. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that
Yeah.
might seem like splitting hairs, but it really isn't.
No, it's not.
No, there is a subtle difference.
There's the boom.
There's the Earth shattering kaboom.
Catherine, I want to watch Young Frankenstein now. Let's all watch Young Frankenstein after this. Not necessarily together, but you know. Mr. E, Zack Snyder actually helped write Wonder Woman 2017. Statement, question. And then
no.
Gene Wilder was a treasure. Gene Wilder was a treasure.
Zack Snyder helped write Wonder Woman 2017 the same way any producer helps write a movie.
He'll have some input, but otherwise the meat and potatoes is written by the actual screenwriter.
Yeah.
Ow.
I mean, the thing about Zack Snyder is that is that for a director, he's a really good cinematographer.
No. That's not being fair. That is not being fair. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Zack Snyder is actually a very good filmmaker, but not every filmmaker is suited for every project. When it comes to superhero stuff, Zack Snyder is not suited to that sort of thing. He really isn't.
Hot take from Rudy. Gene Wilder is okay as Willy Wonka.
It's better than Johnny Depp.
I've yet to see Timothy Chalamet's Wonka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually heard some good stuff. Like, it's not actually bad, you know. Because everyone does seem to be shitting on Timothy Chalamet because he's the new pretty boy. Because he's young and popular.
Honestly, that happens a lot, and I've fallen into that trap myself a couple of times. You know, with Channing Tatum. But nowadays, I've just kind of like just realized, oh well, you know, he's like, I mean, the guy has charisma, the guy can act.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's gotten a lot better. I mean, he's gotten a lot better. You know,
I've seen it in a couple of things, but I don't think I've seen Timothy in anything yet.
Well, I mean, Timothy Chalamet was really good in Dune.
I've not watched that.
As far as Channing Tatum is concerned, it's like, I liked his turn in The Hateful Eight.
I can't really judge Channing though, because the only thing I think I've seen him in is G.I. Joe.
Catherine, from what I've heard, the reason Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks stopped working together is because of their arguments writing on Frankenstein. Apparently, they didn't want to potentially ruin their friendships because of creative differences. Fair enough.
Yeah. I haven't seen Still yet, no.
Even though I got it for you, and it's been months.
There's lots of things I haven't seen yet that I need to watch.
I've got a backlog of books and comics I still need to read.
To be honest, while Wilder is amazing as Wonka, Douglas Hodge is my favorite. Who's Douglas Hodge? I am legitimately curious about that. Mr. E, who's better, Zack Snyder or Michael Bay? It depends on the movie. It genuinely does. Yeah. Michael Bay and Zack Snyder are in the same boat. It legitimately depends on the movie.
Douglas Hodge, English actor. Hang on.
But no, sorry, I didn't read the whole question. Still is the Michael J. Fox the biography documentary thing, and yes, Erin did download it for me. And no, I haven't actually watched it yet, but it's obviously very high on the list. I think that's the thing. Like, even though it's supposed to be like a hopeful ending, it's still one of the things you probably should be in the mood for. Yes, please.
Well, Yeah, Douglas Hodge is a British actor who's done film in the theater, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Yep, here we go. Douglas Hodge was Wonka for the 2013 West End Charlie and the Chocolate Factory musical. Okay. Fair enough.
Became a fan of that June 2020. Yeah. Is there an official recording then? If there is, we might have to look it up. Because I know during I guess it was both sides of the pond. During lockdown, there was a lot of live theatre that got put up on officially on YouTube. Like some of it was like for a week. I know the Lloyd Webber stuff was like put up for a week and then like you watch it and then they took it off again, put something new on. So, oh yeah, apparently it's on iTunes. Willy Wonka Live. So,
okay.
If it's on iTunes, it's on YouTube somewhere. So, alright, cool, I'll have to look out for that. The Broadway retool was awful even though it had Christian Borle. B-O-R-L-E. Not sure who he is, I'm assuming he's a Broadway actor. Yeah. Basically, the 2013 musical if Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, as told by the Brothers Grimm. Interesting. I mean, Doll would be pretty grim anyway. I've not read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think the only one I've read is Twits and BFG, and maybe a couple of others.
I'll be honest, when it comes to the Charlie books that Roald Dahl wrote, I was actually more fond of Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just felt it did more interesting stuff.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, that looked fun.
But the cool thing is, when the musical came out, they had Hodge narrate the Charlie book. But
that's cool.
Both Charlie books, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Huh, cool. Is that on Audible or just like anywhere? Anywhere audio books are sold. Sorry, I'm eating public corn. The family came round, they bought snacks, and snacks got left behind. That's a shame. It was sad.
Oh, hey, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with a bit of a hyperfixation.
Ah, damn it! I think I missed the spot. Damn it! And there's no way back. Fuck.
No, honestly, Catherine, we said this last week. Genuinely, if you ever make your multiple versions of Charlie and Chocolate Factory, we'll shout them out. It sounds interesting. Kapow. No, never apologise for your passions, Catherine, or anyone. Anyone who needs to hear it.
Yep.
Unless your passions involve hurting other people, in which case, yes, you should not only apologize for them, you should go to jail immediately. Anyway.
You had to make it dark, but yes.
Have you met me?
Just covering all the bases.
Because this is the internet, you know, where nuance goes to die.
That is true. I just think more highly of our audience. But it is a fair point.
Cannot get up there, okay.
Well, not from there.
No, I'm pretty sure some of these places you're not supposed to bother. You're actually not supposed to be able to get up there. Oh, thank you. Thank you, game. That's annoying as fuck.
Spider Tish, Spider Tish.
Does whatever Gomez wish.
I think you misunderstand the dynamic of this relationship. It's the other way around.
I think they have a very mutual arrangement.
Gomez does
no, honestly, no. Here's the fun part. When they were developing the original TV show, Charles Addams did write character bios for everybody and what the characters were like. And under Morticia's, it says she is the undisputed matriarch of the Addams household. Morticia very much wears the pants in the relationship.
Or in this case, the silky black dress.
Oh, I don't dispute that part, but I'm also saying that as lovers, they seem to be very mutually mutually enjoyable. They've got a very healthy relationship.
Yep, probably one of the healthiest relationships in.
And here's the thing. Here's the funny part. First family on network television allowed to be shown sleeping in the same bed.
Yay!
Oh! It's gonna be like that, is it?
Maybe I'll fling it over.
Alright.
Try flinging it, because it only activates when you plates, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, Mr. E, it would have been nice to have Charlie in the White House to fully be written instead of just a few pages that can easily be used as an epilogue for Charlie in the Great Glass Elevator, R.I.P. Roald Dahl. And then Sebastian, yo! Catherine, oh, nice! And then Sebastian, yesterday was my birthday and I turned 33. Thursday was my birthday and I turned 46, so happy birthday to both of us.
Yep, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sebastian. So, you didn't have to share your age, but thank you. I hope you had a lovely day. Sorry, that boss fight kind of reminds. There's for those of you aware, obviously in Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, you got the giant Stal monster, giant Stalnox, and in Tears of the Kingdom, one of the quests is to take pictures of the monsters, and those pictures then get turned into statues for one of the areas. It's a fun little side quest.
Yeah.
My picture of the Stalnox is him leaning over to pick up his head, and I just kept that because I just thought it was funny. That statue got made exactly, so the statue that is on display is of the Stalnox picking up his own head. It's not like the Stalnox you just see it.
Nice.
Which means that when they, the picture you take is more or less the pose. Obviously, there's some things that are a bit more standard. You got like a slightly weird angle to get it full head on kind of thing. But yeah, my Stalnox statue is of the Stalnox picking up its own skull, and that just amuses me.
Okay.
Anyway, there, Aaron, you seem confused.
I've got a stone wall, but I'm not seeing a bomb. Oh, there's the bomb dispenser. Okay.
Yeah. Rudy, well, happy birthday to both of you. Thank you, Rudy. Sebastian says thanks. Anyone seen Wonka? If not, so no, we haven't seen the Timothée Chalamet one yet. I'm assuming Catherine has, and I'm sure she's got. Oh no, she hasn't seen it yet. Sebastian, and since I scrolled up the chat, no, Zack Snyder did not write Wonder Woman. Only input was casting. That's it. Yeah, we did cover that.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't Diana herself only, but yeah. And then yeah, Catherine's answering to Mr. E saying that she hasn't seen it yet.
This looks like a pain in the ass.
Oh, come on!
Oh, you dicks.
Are you fluffing kidding me?
Tish, I have to say this is probably worse than that one time we went to the It's a Small World ride.
Gomez, we said we'd never speak of that again.
Those children were so happy. It was horrible. I still can't believe that t-shirt film, though. I'm actually kind of jelly.
Catherine, that is some bullshit level design.
Well, that's what you get with that's what you get with platform.
I will say this though, yeah, it's not particularly hard, but for a licensed game, this is actually pretty decent, honestly.
Sebastian, Catherine to Sebastian. I did really like the Paddington movies, so I'm hoping Wonka is good. I love the Paddington movies. They're a lot of fun.
Never saw them.
I only saw the first Paddington movie, and that was pretty good.
They're good. They're very charming. They're very sweet. Sebastian, could be worse. Gomez and Morticia could have been trapped in that Barney show that used to be on at Universal Orlando.
This is true.
Yeah.
And Catherine, God, some of those levels would look like they'd be a nightmare to play multiplayer, to be honest. Well, we never get to find out! So, Jeff, since you haven't been here, basically, I got this for Aaron on a Humble Bundle, because actually a lot of the games in the bundle look like fun, but they also advertise as being multiplayer. Steam says this game is online co-op. Can we get it to work as an online co-op?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Does it look like I'm playing as well? So
no, it does not look like you are contributing in any way.
I'm keeping the conversation going.
Aside from conversation and moral support.
Yeah. So, yeah. No idea. The only way we haven't tried it is my starting up a game and inviting Aaron in, but I'm sure the results will be the same, and that doesn't help him streaming stuff. But yeah, this will probably be fun as a two-player because it is a straight-up chase. But yeah. But there are some other good, cute looking games in the bundle. Mommy wins again. And I didn't mind. Obviously, I don't mind buying it for Aaron, but also all the money went to UNICEF, so it goes to charity. So I also bought myself a copy with the thought of, it's good though. I'll play this the Star Trek game that's in there. So yeah, it was supposed to be multiplayer, but never mind. Catherine at Sebastian. Oh God, I remember that mostly because I was obsessed with that in my as a very little kid. Sebastian, you have my sympathy. And then Catherine back. Apparently, my parents said that I was singing along with Barney before I could talk. I thankfully was too old for Barney when it came out, and it never really took off over here. So there you go.
No, you had fucking Booba.
I never watched Booba either. That thing. I have never been creeped out so fast by a children's program as I did watching Booba. Like, most times you can sort of sit and watch, it's like, this is weird, I don't get it, but okay, whatever. But Booba actively creeped me out.
Fucking bananas in pajamas.
Bananas in pajamas.
At least they look like characters. The Booba are just cooch with legs. Mr. E, here's something that I would
I think you. Congratulations, Pheonix. I think you just killed Jeff. Well done.
I just like.
Sorry,
Wait, what? They're what?
Okay, sorry. I realised I probably should explain. I know them as koosh balls. So basically, you
Oh,
get
koosh.
the rubber ball.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were saying they were. I thought you were saying they were cooches with legs.
No, koosh balls. The weird
Oh,
rubber
okay.
balls with the stringy bits on them.
Right. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like they made those. Wait a minute. They made those for kids?
Here's something I would ask random strangers before I enter double digits. What's your favourite movie? Depends what mood I'm in.
That's a that question would take a while.
Not for me.
I'm.
Favorite movie is always and probably always will be Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair.
Yeah, for sure.
Not a bad choice.
If we are judging a favorite movie on a movie that you never get tired of and will always watch whenever it's on, whenever you feel like it, and have not gotten bored with it, even no matter how many times you see it, that's it.
Yeah, good criterion. Obviously, Back to the Future is up there for me. Finding Nemo, like I mentioned before, but Pixar films, I that was my go-to movie for a while. Watching that, that's a really good film. So yeah. Sebastian, while after my birthday, I was hoping to see Turning Red as my birthday movie been released in theaters. Turning Red's a good thing. Catherine, good question. What is with some preschool media being creepy in hindsight?
No idea.
I think it's has something to do with adult sensibilities kind of coloring something that seemed innocent at the time, but now you look at it with fresh eyes and you can see something a little bit differently.
Perhaps, yeah. I actually have this theory. I think I don't know if I've said this to you, Jeff. I know I've said it to Aaron. Like, children's toys and TV shows, for me, kind of form the same thing. There's the stuff that you watch or engaged with and played with. There's the stuff that your kids would play with or watch or whatever. Everything out in the middle, complete mystery. No clue. No idea. Could be another language.
And speaking of bullshit level design...
Oh, fuck that.
Well, no, the problem is this pillar is sitting on the trigger. That's why.
Oh. Well, I was gonna say, like, you're gonna try and get the frickin' thing through that?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, forget it.
And we're done with the game. Thank you. No. Good night, everyone.
Well, we are probably going to wrap it up after I'm done with this level, so...
Yeah. Sebastian, my all-time favourite film, Nightmare on Elm Street, and the original version. That's a fun film. I need to watch the rest of the Nightmare movies. I think I've seen 2, maybe 3. Catherine, my favourite movie tends to depend on what mood I'm in. Yeah, same. Sebastian, yeah. And yes, Disney is releasing Pixar films that went to Disney Plus and now finally released in theaters. First was Soul this month, Turning Red in March will be Luca. Oh, okay, that's cool. That is cool. Wait, Turning Red is in theaters. That's Catherine.
Oh,
Rudy,
nice.
I have to say Hotel Transylvania. Well, Batman movies, Night of the Living Dead, Meet the Parents, and apparently Turning Red's in cinemas on February 9th.
Going by Aaron's criteria. Oh, what? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out where this head needs to go.
Going by Aaron's criteria, probably one of my favorites, at least, is Predator.
Huh. Interesting. I've not seen it, so I can't really comment on that. But
R.I.P. Carl
strike me
Weathers.
as yeah, but it doesn't strike me as a comfort movie.
Well, no, it's I don't. It's
No.
not, I wouldn't. It's not really a comfort movie. No, it's a movie that, you know, like Aaron said, it's get bored seeing.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. I won't judge a film I haven't seen. Just from what I understand, it's...
as far as the Predator movies go, I think my big I was okay with Predator. I like Predator 2 better because I'm not a big fan of dudes in the jungle movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I like the urban setting of Predator 2 more. That's
fair enough. Have you seen Prey?
I have not yet seen Prey.
Prey is very, very good.
So I've heard. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
That's fine.
I did see I could some kind of dude bro going on about that, saying, "So you're telling me this weedy tiny little girl has a better chance of fighting the Predator than big muscle dude?" And the response was like, "Yeah. Did you not watch the first film?"
Yes. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that these guys seem to forget. Arnold was physically outclassed by the Predator. It was about 3 minutes of him getting his shit kicked in by the Predator, and he had to outsmart him. So yes, it is entirely feasible that a young Native American woman, young Native American woman could outsmart the Predator.
I didn't realize she was a native, but yeah.
Yes, actually. Yes, actually, it focuses on I think I want to say Cherokee tribe, but I'm not sure 100%. But it focuses like back on the 1700s, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And before the westward expansion, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also there is a version of it that is in English and in I think Lakotan.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
No, I knew it was the focus. The protagonist was a young female because I seen the poster, but I didn't realize that she was a First Worlder, First Nation.
Oh, yeah.
To be extremely reductive. It's basically aliens versus Indians. Yeah, pretty much. To be extremely reductive about it.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, it's still very good.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that if you wanted a one sentence summary.
Predator. So this is from Sebastian. So Catherine said she hasn't seen any of them. So Sebastian, Predator is a classic. Prey is another good one as well. And then he clarifies Comanche.
Okay.
Comanche tribe. The protagonist is a young one from that tribe. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was like one of the more. I knew it was one of the more well-known.
I misunderstood where I was
tribes.
supposed to go. Fuck. All right, we're gonna have to do this again. There we go.
Oh shit.
I misunderstood where I was going.
Time for Morticia to take a dip.
Oh my God! It's
Oh, could you imagine the Addams family in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Jeez, Tish, they're about as frisky as we are.
Say, Fester, this judge fellow is kind of awfully familiar, don't you think?
Cousin Doom, how have you been?
Still, are you?
Sorry, I was drinking.
Still in the legal profession, old man?
He's like, so where did you get your judgeship?
Last I heard, you were doing 25 to life. Lucky devil.
You're doing 25 to life? Actually, I think it was 25 live.
Consecutively.
I was going to say that the film wouldn't have lasted that long because the Addamses would have just basically destroyed the plot in the first little while. But then I remembered, oh yeah, it's Christopher Lloyd twice. Let's go with it.
Yeah, double the Christopher Lloyd. Who could say no?
So thank you, gentlemen, for picking up that baton. Mr. E, I'm currently writing an actual movie script so that I make movies, which has been my childhood dream, though I had to cross off positions that just will never get due to my disabilities. Well, good luck with everything you're doing. I have a script and then try to get an agent. You know what? You keep pushing. You do what you can do.
It's a little hard, from what I understand right now, with everything that's going on, to get in on an entry-level position as a writer somewhere.
Yeah.
Let me make this perfectly clear. If you get your script written and you get an agent and people want to buy your script just so they can shelve it, take the money.
Yeah.
Oh, we've switched back to the webs. Okay, we're not doing the saber anymore. All right.
Yeah. Catherine also got my mother-in-law to watch Roger Rabbit for the first time recently. She liked it. Roger Rabbit's a great film. That holds up. That does hold up.
Yeah, it does.
Sebastian, though I'd be down for the Addams Family Meet the Monsters. Didn't they do something?
No,
like
they did not. No.
No, I don't think they did.
Common confusion is that in around the 70s, there was a bunch of reunion stuff. Like, the Munsters got, like, actual theatrical films and stuff.
Yes,
yeah. And then the Addams Family had the Addams Family Halloween special, which, Oh, shit. Nope. You stay over here.
Sorry, Aaron.
God damn it. Come on.
Aaron's holding that thought for, bullshit.
Oh, come on. What the
Well, Aaron holds on to that thought. Catherine, I also realized I did
okay. Alright, fine. You want to play that fucking game?
So yeah, Catherine's go-to fun film is Clue.
That's a good choice. A good choice.
Funny movie, but unfortunately, not a good mystery.
Yeah. Mr. E, ironic that you say that when Christopher Lloyd was playing Uncle Fester in the two Addams Family movies. Yeah, to use a meme, that's the joke. How about this? Inspector Clouseau meets the Addams Family.
I mean, not him and Clouseau. Go ahead.
Okay.
The only thing the only thing I can think of happening is Clouseau and getting in a wild kung fu battle.
Oh, he and Gomez would would destroy the Addams house.
Oh yeah.
Not now, Kate. Actually, no, Cater, now.
Cater.
Good show, man. Wonderful workout.
I think one of my favorite Tumblr posts of all time is the idea of the Addamses renting out their rooms in their house to college students.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure, they charge them rent, but anytime Gomez finds out what they're doing asks them the plans for the weekend, it says capital idea and hands them a wad of cash. Thing and Wednesday will find your thesis and will destroy it.
Like the medical students, basically, like they did when they're doing their all their exams, like they are prepared for anything. Like every other student is just like strung out and that, and they're just like, you know what?
How are you so calm? Well, when you're studying for finals and a crazed madman comes into the library with a saber, touches you with saber, and tells you it's sword time, you learn to adapt pretty damn quick.
Yeah. He's like, I spent the summer with Gomez Addams. I'm ready for death.
I am ready for anything. Nothing scares me anymore. I have spent all semester living with the Addams family. I am ready for anything.
And you know they're going to get great recommendations. Like, they're going to be, like, 5 stars all over Yelp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like, enthusiastic young man. Like,
bit high strung.
It's like very strong. Always is a very strong person. Always was very receptive to resisting my sword attacks.
I meant the Addams themselves would get good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would also work.
Yeah, especially like extremes. Dude, if you want to look death in the eye, spend a summer with the Addamses, man.
Go rent a room from the Addamses for a semester, and everything will be fine.
Yep.
We promise you won't die.
Intentionally, anyway.
Yeah, you won't die on purpose.
Catherine, honestly, my only problem with the first 20 minutes are a bit of a slog. Road to Clue, and Sebastian. I think Ice Bear from We Bare Bears would make a worthy opponent for Gomez. I've never watched We Bare Bears, but I hear good things. I hear it's one of the cute ones.
So the main reason I say Clue doesn't work as a mystery is largely because of its own gimmick. Mm-hmm. You basically, in order for any of the 3 endings to work, you basically have to write the movie generically enough that it's impossible to play fair with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I know. Sorry. I know I've got somewhere I have that.
The other problem with Clue is that none of the 3 endings actually fully work. Even allowing for the fact that the rest of the film has to be written as generically as possible for it, none of the endings actually work.
Yeah. Which is
the closest one that does is the Miss Scarlet ending. But there's still a couple of problems just logistically from where she's supposed to have been during certain things in the thing. So, that's fine. The Mrs. Peacock ending, that one is that one cheats. The problem with that one is that one cheats. That one cheats because we don't have any actual footage of Mrs. Peacock committing any of the murders as opposed to the other 2. As opposed to the other two scenarios.
Yeah.
The third one, the one where everybody did it, the one that supposedly what really happened, that one doesn't work for one reason. At the time Mrs. White was supposedly killing Yvette, she was upstairs screaming her head off. So none of the endings actually work in Clue. Good movie, don't get me wrong, just not a good mystery.
Yeah. Let us in! Let us in! Let us out! Let us out!
Yeah, Catherine, the Mrs. Peacock ending is the worst ending because it both makes no sense and is the least funny. Yeah, that's true. What is this thing? I've never seen any dinosaur look like this. That's it! This is it! An unknown ancient creature right here under our house. Who else knows what else is down there? Yes, hello again. We found some remarkable bones. And a brain. Yes. Sounds great.
Mi amor, what did they say?
They said they'll come take a look. A couple of months from now. They're up to their eyeballs in bones at the moment. That's too far from now. We'll lose the house by then. Well, hello again. This is my favorite creepy, kooky, spooky, ooky family. Have you come to your senses yet? Or are you going to drag this out? Please don't drag this out.
Dark Magic Night School. That's where I remember you.
I think you're mistaken.
Sure you do. We were the heinous hexes to 201 last summer with Dr. James Martinez.
I'm telling you, I have no idea what you're talking about. Now listen, lady, stop making this so difficult. How's this for difficult? Yanks! This isn't over. My son! Incredible. That should keep him away for a while.
That Kyle fellow is straight-laced goody. Is not the straight-laced goody two-shoes he appears to be. He's hiding something dark, something twisted. You know, he's starting to get cute now.
Say, why don't we search the music room? I'm sure there must be something there. And Pugsley, my boy, maybe you can show us how your organ lessons are coming along. All right.
Oh, there you go. We're in a different area.
Yep. We have completed the graveyard. We will move back to the rest another time. So that will do it for another Saturday Supercade. Thank you to everyone who showed up. Thank you to Jeff for showing up. Thank you. Appreciate it. Always a pleasure when you arrive, Jeff.
Yep. Nice to be around when I can.
Yep. We will be back next week, possibly with more of this, possibly with something else. I don't know. Finances will determine. Pheonix!
Yes, they are.
For God's sake.
Yes.
For God's sake, Pheonix. The people need to know. Do you have things this week?
I do not have new things this week.
Oh, for God's sake.
You know already if I had things this week. But yeah, feel free to check out my channel. As I mentioned before, I'm on socials at Pheonix. Basically, the spelling that's in the link is anywhere you can find me. I'm also on Letterboxd recently, so...
Jeff, have you...
Look at my written thoughts.
Yes. Jeff, have you anything you would like to share with the people at all?
Well, unfortunately, no.
All right.
I don't have any... I've honestly speaking, I've kind of, I've sort of semi-retired from the whole thing.
Aww.
So, I just haven't had the passion for it, haven't had the drive for it. I mean, I'm willing to, I'm willing to, help out whenever others want me to do something. Like with Aaron and WrestleMania Mystery. But as far as my own stuff, I just haven't had the gumption to do it.
Well, that's all right. If you ever do have a thing that you would like to, you're always welcome to plug it here. Anyway, Catherine will not be here next Saturday. She's going to a Doctor Who thing with her mother-in-law. Well, have fun with that, Catherine. And as always, if you enjoy the nonsense that we do here, please like, share, subscribe, sacrifice a goat to the almighty algorithm. Donate to the Patreon, patreon.com/dubiouscon, DUBIOUSKHAN, Ko-Fi.com/shallow15. Still need a little bit more help on the GoFundMe front, link in the description below. I need another, maybe $275, I think I need. Ignore what the goal is. The goal I severely overestimated. That's all I need. It's mostly help me put food in my house. Please. I'm running out of food. I need food. So please, if you can help, please do. All help is appreciated. All right. I think that will do it for this week. We'll be back next week with something. All right.
Yay.
Have a good weekend, folks. We'll see you next week. Bye.
See ya.